And you're going to keep doing that to multiple different ones. You can keep the same stick on one, but you need to keep taking this off because these were very hard to make and very expensive. Because if you could hollow out metal like that and shape it like that, you were a pretty good blacksmith.
Nice.
Then, so after it's done hanging and after it's done drying, you'll put it in a tobacco grinder. You'll basically just get the leaf, start turning it, and as you do this, that will take the leaf, start moving it back and forth, and it'll eventually go down and it'll start grinding it up. But if you're working for people who have a richer blood and who have more money, then you'll probably do it by hand, and you'll get it and you'll start keep chopping it, and you'll get stuff that's, this is just an example, you get stuff a lot finer than that, and that will smoke longer.
Okay.
Which you think the bigger it was, it smoked the longest, but the smaller it is, it takes. Now this over here, you're going to, if you know any, oh wait, I guess I should start with this one, shouldn't I? Back when they made cigars, there are these big old things about this big, so no one could smoke that. If you tried smoking that, they'd knock your hat off. So they put it in this, and they do it, and they chop it clean in half, and that would get 2 cigars out of 1 cigar. Now, if it were a bar background, you could have someone who with a cigar say this long. Let's say they didn't want to smoke that, let's say they want something this long. They'd go up to the bar and chop out off as much of it as they wanted until they got what they needed. Now this one, if you know anything about pork, you're going to know that a pig is a dirty animal, that their meat is disgusting and dirty and germ-full when it has not been cooked. But this, you could grind a tobacco leaf and you get the same out product from this, or you could grind sausage in it. Now, thing is, a pig is a very dirty animal. So you have tobacco leaves going through here, and then you have raw sausage going through here. Now, if you go through with another thing of sausage, you're going to be somewhat fine because you're just doing sausage again. But let's say you go with another round of tobacco leaves, you're going to get those germs and everything all over the tobacco leaf. And when you go to smoke something, you think, oh, okay, you go and catch it on fire. You think it's going to be fine, but you inhale and you get those germs inside of it. So that's where you got people sick. So today we think that's disgusting. Back then they thought it was like turning water into wine. Now right here, this is some woodwork that we have. Now this is a awl or a planing tool, and basically once you add a log or something, so this would be for smaller pieces of wood, but let's say you had a knot or something, you could use this to go over and smooth it out. Or it was like sanding it and polishing it without sand or polish. So over here we have the carpenter's drill, and this, well, you could basically drill a hole in anything that was wooden, as long as you had the patience to do it. And as you can see, this is a more modern head because the one that it actually comes with is big, intimidating, and I don't like displaying because it scares me. And here we have a wagon jack. So let's say you and some of your friends are going down the street, and out of nowhere the back left wheel on your wagon breaks. So what you do is you get out, prop this underneath of it, get the broken wheel off, put that in the back of your buggy, and then put your new wheel on. Now you wanted to take your broken one with you, that way you could fix it, because you couldn't just leave it lying there because that's going to be a waste of money. Then this is your fro, and this was for basically you would cut it thin, and that was how you would get the shingles on your roof. So that would help keep rain out and everything. But if you were a cooper or someone who made barrels, you would line it up with the outside of it and hit it, and that was how you would get your curved wood for the barrel. Cool. And then right here, this is the lard press. And lard starts with the butchering of with the slaughter of a hog. So you would use this to get that hog from one location to the next after you kill it. You would, when you go to butcher a hog, you try to get as much of the meat and fat separated as you can. But you want to keep some of the fat with the meat so that it doesn't fall apart on you to try and cook it. So then you cook the fat down to where it's this weird, I don't want to say creamy, but it's a thick liquid in a way. And once it's done cooking down, you'll take these off, take that bolt up, and you'll move this up. And this one right here, notice how it has a lot of holes in it. This one has a bit more, but then again, this was machine made. This was most likely handmade. But you look at it and you think, well, if you put the molted lard in there, it'd just go through it. But because of its consistency, it wouldn't have, and it's really hard to explain that to some people. But then after that, you would go and you'd start cranking down on this, and as you do this, you have a piece of cheesecloth, which is this. Put it right there. And as you start cranking down on this, you're going to have that fat go down, and this is going to catch dirt and other impurities, some germs. And in this, your finished project is going to end up being creamy white lard. That is healthier for you than butter. So
it doesn't. I mean, you could if you intentionally cooked one, yeah. But no, it doesn't. Or if you had a cat.